Good morning, everyone. So I just got out here to the barn. My dad and Megan are milking cows this morning, so I'm gonna mix feed. First thing, checking the troughs, seeing how much feed is left from last night's mixing. Group 4 has basically nothing. The other 3 groups just have a tiny bit. They're eating pretty good now. So I'm gonna grab the broom and just sweep up a little bit. You get some of this feed that gets pushed out farther than the robot will reach. Lately here in pen 4, I've had a cow keeps distributing up here at the headlocks. Wish I knew which cow it was. It's kind of annoying me. Ready to grab the mixer tractor now. We got an inch or 2 of snow overnight. I want to mix for 176 cows this morning. So I started up the skid loader, got that warming up, and went and got the numbers I need. I just write them on a piece of paper. That's how I do it. Just add them up in my head as I go. We'll put in our grain, and then I'm gonna go shave the bunker silo out there. Putting in toasted beans. One option we got on this mixer is the steps on the front with the platform. It's kind of cool is that's not actually weighed, so when you're standing on there, it doesn't throw off the weight at all. There's a 4-point weight system, 4 weigh bars, and the conveyor is included, so the conveyor, anything on the conveyor is weighed, but not the frame. Our old mixer was weighed at 3 points. It had a weigh bar right at the hitch, and then one at each of the wheels, so anything you would, if you'd stand on the frame anywhere, it would weigh it. let it mix for a few minutes. So we don't want to over mix the feed. You want to get it stirred up consistently so every bite is the same, but you don't want to make it into a mush. It'll pass through the cow too quick. Got the milk and cows fed, and then I mixed a small batch for the heifers. Today is Thursday, so we're gonna collect some blood samples for pregnancy testing, and then the AI technician is coming this morning to breed 7 cows. So we're gonna mark those cows. Just a little bit of herd work to do before breakfast. 3:48 right here, get the blood test. .494 needs marked. She's up here. So he's just marking on her back with a crayon her number so that the guy, when he comes to breed them, can find her easily. Thursdays we always have some to breed, and then the ones that were bred 4 weeks ago are ready for a blood sample. So we're doing both of those things at the same time. We got all that herd work done. Last thing I'm going to do is take the Kubota down the road to our rented farm and feed heifers real quick. Started running feed into the mixer. Now I'm just checking on the heifers. I got the feed mixed and run out. We have about 75 or 80 head at this farm. Their heifer's about 10 month through 20 month old. We come down here twice a day and feed them. My dad does it a lot of the time. I'll do a few times a week. So I had some breakfast, came out to my office. Working on editing my video on getting that New Holland ready to sell. Guess I should get to work now. I need to get this tractor out of the shop. We have another project we want to work on in here now. Got these parts for our corn planter. Some right there, and there's some out in the shed here too. Some opener discs and some other things. So before we can work on the planter, we want to get in the shop so it's warm and nice to work on. Only problem is our shop door is 16 feet wide, and this corn planter is about 16.5 feet wide. What we're gonna end up having to do is take one of these arms off the one side just to give us an extra 6 inches or so. We might end up just taking both of them off so it fits in the door easier. When we built the shop, we didn't have a 6-row planter, and I guess we figured 16 foot would be wide enough, but kind of wish we would have went with a 20-foot door and then put that man door on the sidewall or something. But yeah, we'll get it in here. Our nutritionist just stopped in. We had a little conversation with him. I'm gonna get this skid loader and we'll use this to move the corn planter. I was talking to my dad. We're just gonna take both of the arms off the planter. Just have to disconnect 2 little hoses and then 4 bolts. Both arms actually have some cracks developing. They kind of take a beating when you have them down. Kind of wears on them, so we'll take them off and that way we can weld them a little better. So we're bringing the arms down now so that they're easier to handle once we have them off. So now he's gonna come and get the forks underneath and I'm just gonna take the top 2 bolts out. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Should fit in the shop now. We just have to get some things out of the way on the sides. Tractor's got to go. Good. Keep going. You're good. Keep going. I think that's enough. Yeah. So we had about 4 inches of space on either side of the planter. It was good we took both arms off. That definitely made it easier. If you're not familiar with planters, those arms were for marking the next row. So you get to the end of the field, turn around, and then you just follow the center of your tractor right down the mark that that disc makes. We got all our parts in here. We're gonna start working at the planter. It's almost lunchtime. I might not do much right now, but Dad might start chipping away at it this afternoon. We're gonna replace our closing wheels in the back. That's what these are for. And then new disc openers, and we'll put on which are the front piece there, these discs. We had a mechanic come out and look at our planter, went over it, told us some things we had to replace and check out. So we're gonna replace some of the bushings and bolts as well. He helped us flip these brackets. We had put these brackets on. At one point they had broken and we put these new ones on, but we had them backwards, so the row spacing was a little off. So all the rows are spaced properly now.
We might have them too.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go get some lunch. My dad is starting to work at replacing those closing wheels. I'm gonna be milking this afternoon. I'm gonna go have some lunch. And then I am training a new employee. Probably won't film too much of the milking because I'm gonna be training somebody. We finished up the milking. Dad was working at the planter a little bit more this afternoon. Looks like he got a couple of the new closing wheels on. Right now, I'm gonna work at getting my last video done. Really wanna get it posted. I'm gonna spend a few minutes and just hammer this out. We'll see if we regret doing it or not, but we're actually gonna sell this. Some quality video work here. Got all the monitors out of here. I got my video posted. So this morning we were talking to our nutritionist who sets up our feed rations for our cows. He'd like to know approximately how much silage we have in our bunks right now so that we can kind of plan ahead so we don't run into a problem like we had last year where we don't have quite enough corn. So I'm just gonna go up on top of here and step off. I know that bunk's full. I wanna see how much is in this middle one and then also get a measurement on how much is in this half full bunk here. He has a computer program that if he plugs in the different measurements of the bunk, it'll estimate how much feed is left. Whew, it's cold out here. I should have my coat on. So we have 15 feet left in this center bunk. Getting pretty close to the end there. And then this one here has about 75 feet. I'm gonna text my nutritionist those measurements. He can kind of see how much we have left here. We rarely have too much feed. We're always hoping we have more than we do, seems like. And I'm gonna go get my coat. Last thing for today is to go feed heifers again, just like I did this morning. Go do that. So I showed up at this farm that makes feed, and I noticed they broke through the fence into that little area between the barns. There's supposed to be an electric wire right there. I'll feed them and they'll come out of that area, and then I'll have to put that wire back up. Mix and feed. I got the feed running out the bunk feeder there now. That should draw the heifers around. Got the line put back up. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I guess we'll wait till tomorrow to work on the corn planter. I'm gonna try to film again tomorrow, so guess I'll see you in the next one.